Addition with and without regrouping. Addition involves using two or more numbers and adding them together. The answer obtained after adding those numbers is called the sum. An addition sentence is a number sentence that shows two or more numbers added together and their sum. Here we have an example. 34 add 45 equals the sum of 79. The numbers that are added are called add-ends, and the answer, as stated earlier, is called the sum. Additions with or without regrouping are strategies used in mathematics when adding two or more numbers. The numbers are usually arranged vertically and added one column at a time. Now let's begin adding some numbers. So we're going to start off with adding or addition without regrouping. So let's look at our first problem. What is the sum of the numbers 3,625 and 4,053? So here we have our numbers arranged vertically and in their respective place value columns. We always begin adding from the right, starting with the digits in the ones place. So let's start off with our 5 and 3 in our ones will give us that sum of 8. We move over to our tens. 2 plus 5 gives us the sum of 7. In our hundreds, 6 plus 0 equals 6. And any number added to 0, the sum will be the number itself, like we just saw in the example. Move over to the thousands. 3 plus 4 will give us the sum of 7. So the sum of the numbers 3,625 and 4,053, sum will be 7,678. Addition with regrouping. Now carrying over is another way of saying regrouping. When adding the numbers in their respective columns and there is a sum or total of 10 or more, the tens number is carried over to the next place value column. So here's our problem with our addition with regrouping. What is the sum of the numbers? And we know our numbers, they would be at ends. 3,675 and 4,568. Again, our numbers are arranged vertically and each number in their respective placed value. Now again, we always begin adding from the right, starting with the digits in the ones place. So we're starting with our ones, 5 and 8. 5 and 8 give us 13. So here we have 13, its place value. Now each digit in its place value, tens and ones. So we take that digit 3 in the ones place and place it under those numbers in the ones column. That 1 in the tens, I was in 13, 110 will be added to those numbers in the tens column. So we're going to add 1 and 7 would give us 8. 8 and 6 would give us 14. But remember, we're adding tens. So it's just like saying 10 add 70, we have 80. 80 add 60 would give us 140. Now, we will normally write it like this with our tens and ones, but actually, remember, we are counting. Remember, we added tens. So this is what our number would look like. That 14 would actually be 140, which would actually be 100s, and we have 4 tens. So since we added the numbers in the tens column, that 4, which is tens, would be placed under that column, and that hundreds, that 100, would be added to those numbers in the hundreds column. So now we're going to add our hundreds numbers. Now we will normally say 1 add 6 would give us 7, 7 add 5 will give us 12, which is actually we're adding 100, add 600, which would be 700, added it to 500 would give us 1200. Now we will normally say 12 and have like tens and ones, but we know that 1200 would actually be 1200. So we're going to take our 2 in the hundreds place and place it under those numbers in the hundreds column. Left with our 1, that's in the thousands place, and place it with our numbers in the thousands column, and we're going to add. Now we would usually say again 1 add 3 give us 4, and 4 add 4 we get 8. Remember, we're adding thousands, so it's 1000 add 3000 we get 4000, add 4000 again to give us 8000. So here we have added our numbers and we have our sum. So the sum of the addends 3675 and 4568, sum is 8243, and this is addition with regrouping. Now let's recap the addition facts we got earlier. Addition involves using 2 or more numbers and adding them together. The result obtained after adding those numbers is called the sum. An addition sentence is a number sentence that shows 2 or more numbers added together and their sum. The numbers that are added are called addends, and the answer is called the sum. Additions with or without regrouping are strategies used in mathematics when adding 2 or more numbers. The numbers are usually arranged vertically and added 1 column at a time. And carrying over is another way of saying regrouping. When adding the numbers in the respective column and there is a sum or total of 10 or more, the tens number is carried over to the next place value column.